Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, a super shy guitarist, the first steps of a new band, 4 coma antics, and a ripe mango box. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Spiraken Manga Review, episode 540. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. I'm your host, Xan.
I'm Greta.
And we are back again for another fun episode of this awesome podcast. And I forgot to say it most importantly, aloha, konnichiwa, buongiorno, and what's up? I know a little stunted, but whatever. That's how it's going to go. Welcome. This is Spiraken, some podcast advancing reviews about connecting enhanced narratives, where every episode we talk about various geek topics. And with me once again, it's been almost a year. It's been a year because you were there last year.
It's been a very long year.
It's been a crazy year, but we are back again. And this is Greta, my wife, and fellow podcaster. Remember, we talk about random things on this podcast, everything from mangas to movies to TV shows. Since the manga review, I actually talk about manga. You can check us out at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and various social media sites. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember to click on that subscribe button and then click on that bell for notification for when we get new episodes out. And with that in mind, we're going to be talking about a pretty fun manga. One I rolled that was pretty unique and different, we say. Kind of, well, actually, that's not true. The last episode was about a musician also. And the episode before that was about a musician. It's another musician. It's another musician one, but let's get to it, shall we? So, if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one that only...
The Wheel of Manga.
And at Dicktown does be reviewing a manga that was written by Aki Hamazi and published by Hobunsha and released over here by Yen Press. It was released in Manga Time Kirara Max magazine. This is famous for releasing K-On!, the series, and most of the anime adaptations of series from this all have the main characters jumping in the opening, which is kind of crazy. The original run was 2017 to present. How many volumes are there?
6.
And it is not finished yet. It's still coming out to this day, and it is classified as a seinen series, which for some people they think it's weird, but actually it's totally fine. It's just a relaxing series. There's nothing crazy about it.
It's nice.
And it is a music comedy. That original name of it was Bocchi The Rock, what is known in English as
Bocchi
The Rock. And this is a pretty cool series that is unique, different, and very bizarre, but well, let's be honest. What is it about? It's about Bocchi, her real name is Hattori Goto. And Hattori, how would you describe her?
She's really introverted. She's a very cool individual, but gets a little bit of social anxiety. Doesn't want to talk to her classmates, but is excited to talk to them, wants to, has the desire to do it, just can't get over herself.
She's the girl that hung out with her teacher during lunch for so long.
No, I think she hung out by herself.
But eventually, one day in middle school, she saw a video of a guitarist talking and saying, I used to be super shy, no one liked me, and then I joined a band and it was awesome. And
she thought, okay, I'm going to join a band. So she started to teach herself guitar.
And she took her dad's Les Paul Gibson, which is a nice guitar, and she started learning it, even though she was kind of confused as why it's in English. And she learned how to play guitar over time. And she said, you know what? I'm going to join the festival, and people are going to love me, and I'm going to rock and kick butt, and we're going to have a great middle school life.
Intersocial anxiety. She teaches herself how to play the guitar. That's 100% true. Can't even play it in front of her family. Plays it inside her closet with the closet door closed, the door to the room closed. She is a closet rocker.
Who has a YouTube channel that plays it on YouTube.
But she has a YouTube channel. No one sees her face.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But she does rock out hardcore on YouTube and has a lot of followers.
She has 30,000 subscribers, which are a lot more than I do. And if you want to subscribe, definitely subscribe now. Shameless plug. But let's get to it. So she's not doing great. It's been 3 years. She just graduated middle school. She's now in high school. And she's telling on her YouTube page, yeah, I've got all these friends. It's awesome. It's great. It's like, no, she doesn't talk to anybody. And she hides in her room.
But she's cute. She takes her guitar with her to class and she sits it down and she secretly hopes that somebody will come up to her and want to talk to her about a band or something. Alas, she sits alone.
Because when they see her, you see her sitting there. She has all these band pins on. She's reading a really awesome magazine. She requests death rock on the radio and she has her guitar. People are saying, oh my God, who's a crazy rocker chick? She's going to hurt us. Let's go away. And they're afraid of her. Like, she's too intimidating. She seems too cool, but she thinks, oh, someone will want to talk to me.
And she can't even get the gumption to, kind of smile and wave at anybody. So she kind of looks a little bit closed off.
She does. And I mean, it gets to the point where she's like depressed at a swing set, be like, I'm alone and no one else here has friends. The guy over there is sitting on the swing set's all alone. Then when he sees he has a family, she's like, damn it, I'm all alone. Until one day, a girl comes up to her and says, hey, listen, I see you have a guitar. I need your help right now.
Can you play? Are you any good? We need a guitarist.
Yes, and this is Nikija Ichichi. And she has a band, and the guitarist bailed. And she's like, I need help. I need someone here now. And she just drags Hitori before even commenting on her. He's like, okay, we're going to do this. And she's like, I can't even say I don't want to do this. It's my first time ever. I don't know. And first thing she notices when they get to this place, it's a live club called Starry. And it's in a basement. And she's like, it feels like home.
Because it's not unlike her little tiny closet that she plays in.
It's not. And so she immediately meets the rest of the band. The other band member is this girl named Ryo Yamada, who is the bassist for the group.
She's kind of really cool.
She's very cool, kind of has this androgynous appearance to her, but more importantly, she's someone who does not, like, she's got a very dry, witty sense of humor, and so they set up their thing. They're going to play, kick butt, and here's the problem. Hitori, when she plays by herself, she is her name, which
awesome.
is Guitar Hero. She's amazing and great. But when she's playing with the band,
when you play together as a group, as a band, ensemble, whatever you want to call it, trio at this point, because there's just 3 of them, you have to be in sync with each other. You have to be on the same beat. You take note of where everybody is. If someone, if the drummer drops her stick, you can fill in. There's a give and take of unspoken communication, which she has never done before. And
so she's freaks out and messes up, and she's like, oh my god, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll take my guitar and I'll kill myself on stage, and it'll work out. It'll be awesome rock music. Like, no, you don't need to do that. It's going to be fine. And
so she's a great guitarist, but she doesn't know how to play with others.
And when she's nervous, she freaks out and she messes up. So they think, oh, you know what? You should listen to this one YouTuber named Guitar Hero. She's just good. You want to be like her. And it's like,
irony.
But that's me. I'm Guitar Hero.
She also completely freaks out and can't figure out how to play with them. So
Rio says, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll have you play in this. And she hands her a giant box, which is a ripe mango box. And
they tape 2 together. And she like, I don't think I can do this. Shake, 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 shake. But no, she can.
And when she's in the ripe mango box, suddenly she's like, we're here to rock. And they're like, oh my god, that's a complete change. And they say, so Hitori, what's your nickname? What can we call you? And she's like, well, they call me excuse me or hey you.
There, hey you.
It's like, so you're going to be excuse me sign? Like, oh, no. And so Rio, because she is kind of, well,
cutesy.
Not cutesy. She's more like serious. She says, okay, we're going to call you Bocchi because your name's Hitori and Hitori Bocchi is all alone. And that's an insult. And Nikija's like, what the hell? Why would you call her that? That's mean.
And she's like, Bocchi, I love it.
And she becomes Bocchi. And this
is the first nickname she's ever gotten. She's never really had friends before.
Yes, this is true. This is her first nickname. And this begins her rise into fame as Bocchi The Rock, the lead guitarist of Kasoku Band, aka the Zip Ties. And it's her moving forward. The first concert goes horribly wrong. But she's like, next time.
But they got through it. They did it.
Well, she was playing inside of a ripe mango box, and from here she moves forward and keeps pressing forward to become the best she can be, and slowly getting more and more extroverted as the series goes on. We
slowly getting more extroverted as creeping closer to
normalcy,
being able to breathe near another person.
Yes, there's one whole sequence where later on, when they have to talk about getting Instagrams, and she completely melts down. Her brain just resets. She's like, I can't do this. It's like, I'm going to become an attention whore if I do this. Like, Bocchi, listen, it's okay. You don't need to get an Instagram.
But for anybody who's ever, like, psyched themselves up about how they're going to go make new friends and be a little bit different and, grow individually as a person, it's definitely relatable.
And it is a fun series that is very, well, I want to say it is relaxing, but it's also very stressful, especially when Bocchi freaks out. But it's so funny to see her freak out because it's the littlest thing she freaks out over. And from here, we see her evolve and inspire the rest of the team because she is an amazing guitarist. And she ends up helping them all out with little things here and there. Like Rio, she is super wealthy, but she pisses away all her money on instruments, so she's poor, so she kind of mooches off of Bocchi. Then Nijika wants to make this band great, and she needs the help, and, well, Bocchi's there for her. And then the last member, the original guitarist who ran away because she lied and said she could play guitar, but she can't, who's the vocalist, Kita, she ends up learning under Bocchi. Bocchi teaches her how to play guitar. So that's her helping everybody out, and she becomes the leader of this weird motley group of... They're not misfits, they're just girls having fun. And I love the fact that
they have their own band.
And one of the cool things about this series
They're badass, but they're really cute.
They are really cute, and one of the best things about this is that they are, one, it's not like K-On! Where it takes place in a school. It actually takes place in a live house. That's where the main setting is. And the other element is that it's her interacting with all the different members and them inspiring each other, and we're learning more about them.
But they do go to school. They're, high school girls. They go to school, but...
The only time you really focus on it is when, one, she's trying to get another member of the band, and then... later on when they have the school festival. Besides that, it's just stuff going on. And the series itself, it's a super thin manga, which is actually taller than most of the one, which I like.
Yeah, I feel like it's big.
But it's super thin. And the other aspect is that it is...
pretty.
A 4-koma. Well, it's not exactly a 4-koma. It's designed in a 4-koma style, but it is a straightforward one. For those who don't know, 4-koma is when you have 4 panels straight up, and that's each segment. This is one straight story. There are each chapter.
Well, there's some manga where it's like the cubes are kind of like jigsawed, and sometimes you don't know if you're supposed to read this one next, or this one next, or this one next, or which way you're supposed to go. This one's very clean, very pretty, and look how cute all the girls are. Doing little chibis.
Yes. I love the chibi artwork. I love the artwork that Hamazi-san did. Also, one other element which I had to research it for, each chapter opening is a different cover of a Japanese CD. So it's a different Japanese band.
What's also cute is not really a main character, but Bocchi's little sister. So Bocchi has like a cowlick,
His little sister.
Her little sister has 2. So it's like a sibling thing.
And also the little sister is way more outgoing than she is, and she's doing so much better in life. Like, during their summer vacation, she's like, oh, well, I had Bocchi teach me how to play guitar because she has all this free time. I'm going out with my friends, and I'm going on vacation, and I'm going to the beach, and Bocchi's just more and more depressed.
But it does happen where you will have one sibling be more introverted, the other one be more extroverted. They have different talents. It's a thing.
It is a thing, but this is probably one of the best feel-good manga I've read in a while. And more importantly than that, it's a fun manga. Mm. While it isn't super violent or super crazy, it is one that's just, it's great. And the fact that the series has been nominated for several awards and the anime is on Crunchyroll's 2023 Best Anime of the Year, well, that says a lot. And also, Bocchi is, she was nominated for character most likely to be defended. And it's between her and Anya, let's be honest. Because Anya...
Although I feel like there's a little bit of Anya in her.
Yeah, just a little bit of Anya. So, for that reason, let's be honest, this series is great, it's well done, and Volume 2 came out last week. So I'm going to have to give this our highest rating of... Well...
Stop what you're doing and read it now is what I would rate it at.
Really, really, really cool. Read this now. Simple, easy. It is fun, it is great, and compared to the last couple of music mangas we talked about, this one is well engaging, and more importantly, one thing that's fun is... Unlike in Shiori Experience and unlike in a series like Beck, they don't show the performances. They show the beginning of the performance and then immediately shows afterwards. They don't focus on it because it's not important. And that's something that the creator wanted to do. They wanted to focus on the band and also the interactions between them and not the music so you can fill it in your own head. Even though I will say that the opening theme slaps.
Ripe, juicy mangoes box, yep. Which is doubled together, taped together to make it big enough for a person to stand inside and rock out with a cord, with a amp plug, would be an awesome cosplay. I feel like we're going to see some of those people.
Someone was walking around with them at Otakon last year, so we'll see how it goes.
So I feel like that's going to be like a thing. There should be a band get together, meet up.
This is definitely going to be a thing. I think it is. But before we go any further, the random question for the day is going to P, do you listen to any online musicians? I've got a couple I listen to, but for the most part, well...
I listen to music online, but I don't know if I listen to any online musicians.
So let's
I listen to more fictional musicians than I do online musicians. I should change that.
That's very true. So with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases for the week. And these are some fun ones and some kind of depressing ones. So let's get to it. So first off, we're starting off with Dark Gathering. Yes, Dark Gathering Volume 5. A series where someone talks to ghosts and it's a little unique. Is it good? Well, nah. Let's be honest. It's okay. It's not great. But we'll see how this new volume is. Next, we had a new series called Gachiakuta Volume 1. This is a mixture of Dead Man Wonderland and, well, a series where someone falls asleep and then wakes up 10 years later. Doesn't age. It's someone ends up in a prison after a murder, and it's an island. So a little bit of Escape from New York, a little bit of, like I said, Dead Man Wonderland. How's it going to be? The artwork looks amazing. We're going to see how it goes. Then we have Golden Kamui, Volume 31.
Creepy.
King in Limbo, Volume 1, which is actually Omnibus 1, Volumes 1 and 2. We have Ladies on Top, Volume 5.
Mm-hmm.
Love, a Kitten and a Salty Dog, it's a one-shot. Then we have Modern Dungeon Captures, starting with Broken Skills, a light novel, Volume 1. My Senpai is Annoying, Volume 11. My Wife Has No Emotion, Volume 6. One Punch Man, Volume 27.
One Punch!
Origin, Volume 2, and this is by the creator of Dr. Stone, and supposedly people are really enjoying it. Then Parallel Paradise, Volume 16. Parasite, the Full Color Collection, Volume 5. This is volumes, I think it's 10 and 11 in an omnibus form of the series, and the color makes it so much better. And this has been fixed from the original Tokyo Pop version, so awesome to see Parasite getting the love it deserves. Then we have Reborn as a Space Mercenary. I woke up piloting the strongest ship, the manga Volume 6. It's more of this trash manga. This is a trash manga, it really is. I digress, though. Then we have Record of Ragnarok, Volume 9. Shoha Shoten, Volume 4. Slow Life in Another World, I Wish, Volume 6. Then Steel of the Celestial Shadows, Volume 1. This series I'm hearing a little bit of buzz about. I know only the fact that it's about a samurai who can actually not touch metal for some reason. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. Then we have The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, Volume 7. More of the fat cat who does too much for his lazy, lazy owner. Well, actually,
I like that, though.
Well, actually, would you say she's lazy?
I can relate to her, so I don't want to think of her as lazy.
Okay.
So that means yes.
So then we have The Most Notorious Talker Runs the Greatest Clan, Volume 6. Bureaucracy, the manga. The manga. The Saint Magic Powers Omnipotent, Volume 8. Though I Am an Inept Villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat Body Swap in the Maiden's Court, light novel, Volume 6. The story of a girl who's switched with another person's body, and the other girl ends up getting the prince, and she ends up getting sent to hell nowhere. If you like Apothecary Diaries, this one is supposed to be just as well done. I am going to put this on the wheel hopefully soon. I'm waiting for the manga release to come out because it's still just light novels. Then we have Tokyo These Days, Volume 1, the latest series written by the creator of Tekkon Kincrete. You know the art is going to be weird. Is it going to be well? We're going to see. Then we have Tsugumi Project, Volume 4, Ultraman, Volume 19, Undead Unluck, Volume 14, What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says, Volume 3, more stories of someone who is connected to someone else with the red string of fate and doesn't want to acknowledge it. And then last and certainly not least, we have Yakuza Fiancé, Reiwa Tanai Gail, Volume 6. And so these are the 28 mangas of the week, and I decided to post my top 5 of the week. Unfortunately, what are your thoughts about this week's lineup?
I really struggled to get to top 3.
I thought what was the word you used?
Garbage.
Yes.
Garbage.
Greta thinks they're garbage. I am a little more optimistic, but that's because I've read some of these. But the ones are my top 5 for the week, the ones you should check out no matter what, are going to be Gachiakuta Volume 1. I loved Dead Man Wonderland, and I thought it was well done, so this should be just as good. Then King in Limbo Omnibus 1. It is a crime series, and because I like Monster, because I like things like Sanctuary, this should be really good. And also, if you like crime stories, it's going to be well done. Then, because it is a new series, I had to put down Love, a Kitten, and a Salty Dog, even though that is definitely not my demographic, because that's just a weird...
I really wanted to like that.
Yeah. Steel of the Celestial Shadows Volume 1 looks really awesome. I gotta admit that. I love a samurai story. And then Tokyo These Days, well, Attack on Concrete is such a great story. I'm pretty sure this is going to be just as well done. But which ones you're most excited about? Let us know. Email us, spiraken@gmail.com or zanspiraken.com, or leave a comment down below on which manga you're most excited about, or which one do you think is garbage. Let us know. And before we go any further, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who are checking out the podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all awesome. Every email I get, every comment I get, every new subscriber gives me more motivation to keep doing this podcast. And hopefully we'll have you on more for some more cool podcasts for this year, because we've got a bunch of ideas and a bunch of things, including a top 10 of movies, manga, and something else. TV shows? No, we're not allowed to.
I think we should leave it as movies, mangas, and something else.
I like that. Movies, mangas, something else are top 10 of them.
And don't get me wrong, I love manga, just not the releases for this week.
No, I mean just for all of 2023,
yeah.
rather. But
there's a lot.
We're going to get to that later, so definitely check it out. Remember to like, share, and subscribe at our website, which is at www.spiraken.com, which you can check out here. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, share, subscribe, and then click on that subscribe button, and then click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes. And now let's get to the part that you have all been waiting for. And what are we talking about? We are talking about that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga accepts us. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on it. And what are we going to do?
We're going to spin it.
And whatever number it lands on, the manga that's in that number is the one we're going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga, episode 541. And so let's start off at number 1 to be the safe side. Start at 1, and let's spin and see what we're going to review, Shai, because we've got some great titles on here. So spin. I really need to change that logo one of these days. I did not see that coming. Of course I didn't see that coming. So in the next episode, we get spun number 2. So in the next episode, we're going to be reviewing an old manga that is somewhat controversial over the topic. We are talking about Usagi Drop. And yes, I know, for those of you who know the series, I am aware that after a certain point, it gets kind of cringy. So we're just going to leave it at that. I'm going to review it based on just the merits of the manga itself, the first parts. But we'll talk about that next time. So anyway, as usual, I'm Xan.
I'm Greta.
We're gone, so we'll catch you guys next time. And
keep reading manga.
See you later. mango box. I'm saying it right, I swear. Ripe mango box. Ripe mango box. Mango burger.
Banana. Ripe mango box.
Ripe mango box. That's how we say it right, is ripe mango box. I promise it's ripe mango box, and we're keeping this just because it's insane.